Hello everyone. So today we are here with another presentation and topic for today's presentation is aptitude. So what is aptitude? Aptitude is our ability to perform certain functions better than others. So aptitude, you can say that it's the ability of an individual. So let's begin our presentation. So into today's presentation, we are going to cover about the introduction to aptitude. Then we are going to learn about the definition of aptitude along with the nature of aptitude. And then we are going to focus on to the aptitude test and how this test can be used. So let's begin with the introduction to aptitude. So what is aptitude? Aptitude is a natural ability or propensity. That means aptitude, what it is a inborn ability of a person. It is the capacity of the person to achieve along specific ways. Means by using specific ways, how we are going to get success or how we are going to achieve our goals. It makes the special abilities and achievements in a special area. Aptitude is a inborn potential to do certain kind of work, whether developed or undeveloped. So this is about the introduction to aptitude. So what is aptitude? Aptitude is a natural ability of a person to perform certain activity or certain task. Let's move forward and see the definition of aptitude. So the first definition is Bingham. So according to him, aptitude refer to those qualities characterizing a person's way of behavior which serves to indicate how well he can learn to meet and solve certain specified kinds of problems. Means it's a person's or individual's ability or behavior, that how they are performing or how they are solving or tackling their issues. So next definition is by Freeman, and according to this definition, aptitude is a combination of characteristics indicative of an individual's capacity to acquire some specific knowledge with skills or set of organized responses such as ability to speak a language or to become musician, to do mechanical work. So all these things means it is also kind of a like ability of a person or like combination of his various personalities or his various characteristics or various his like individual abilities to perform certain kind of a task or to acquire certain achievements. So that this is about the definition of attitude according to Bingham and Freeman. So what we have learned through this two definitions, that aptitude is kind of a combination of various qualities or characteristics of a person which enables or which makes sure that the person achieves success into a particular field. So next comes now the nature of aptitude. How you will explain the nature of aptitude? What is aptitude? And then how aptitude is there into a person and how different people have distinct aptitude. So what aptitude is? Aptitude, first we have, as we have learned into the definition, aptitude is the abilities of an individual. Like I'm able to speak, I'm able to learn, I'm able to draw. So that is my ability. Plus the person's personal or personality characteristics of an individual. What is my personality? How I'm behaving in certain manners. So both of these things, when are combined together, they actually give us the aptitude of a person. So obviously each person would be having a distinct kind of a ability, or let's say if two people are having a same kind of a ability, like I'm able to speak and second person is also able to speak, but we are having a here we are having a same kind of ability, but what will change this? Our personality, our personal characteristics would be changed. Maybe take an example, individual one and individual two have the same ability to speak, but their personal characteristics or their personalities would be different, and that is going to actually give us their aptitude and idea about their aptitude. So maybe I'm having an ability to speak, but my personal characteristics like stage fear or something, that is going to hinder me to get success into that field. But here the individual too is having an ability to speak and he's a good speaker, and although according to his personal characteristics also he's very much confident into public speaking also. So that is how we are going to say that that person is going to have an but better career into this kind of a field. So that gives us his aptitude towards that particular skill. So that means he is able or he is having that ability or that aptitude to perform that certain kind of a function. So that is the nature of aptitude. Next comes now the aptitude test. You must have heard about that IQ test where we try to measure the IQ level, that is intelligence level of a individual. So what is aptitude? So both these terms, intelligence and aptitude, almost are similar, but there is a slight difference into both of them. Like intelligence is like overall, what kind of intelligence I'm having. Like it could be like overall intelligence that I'm having about each and everything. But what into what happens into aptitude? Aptitude is like my certain activity or my specific activity to or specific kind of ability to perform that particular task or that certain particular special task. That is what aptitude test measures. So the term intelligence and ability and aptitude are often interchangeably used to refer to behavior that is used to predict future learning or performances. Like intelligence and ability and aptitude are interchangeably used sometimes, but there is a slight subtle difference that is there present into the intelligence and ability or an aptitude. So in comparison to intelligence test, aptitude test include item which measures more specialized abilities such as verbal and numerical skills that predicts scholastic performances in educational program. As I earlier told you that intelligence measure our overall intelligence. It could be related to any field, it could be related to any context. But whereas aptitude try to measure our special kind of intelligence or special kind of abilities which can actually predict our performances and which can also predict our educational progress also. So let's see what different kind of aptitude tests are there. So aptitude test can be broadly categorized under two heads. One is a journal aptitude test and one is a special aptitude test. Just by name, you can get an idea what is journal and what is special aptitude test. So journal aptitude test is again divided into two. So these are most common types of tests majorly conducted for checking different reasoning abilities, numerical abilities, language aptitude or spelling abilities, etc. So there it is again divided into two. That is one is journal aptitude battery and one is differential aptitude test. So into journal aptitude test, there are total combination of 12 tests, out of which 8 tests are paper pencil test, means you're going to take the best answer for you, and 4 tests are the activity based test where you're going to perform certain activity and according to your performance we are going to measure your level of aptitude. Into differential aptitude test, it is kind of a special aptitude test where we are going to measure a special kind of activities or special kind of abilities like verbal reasoning is there, numerical ability, abstract reasoning is there, language, grammar, spelling abilities, all these things comes into differential aptitude test. Now what is verbal reasoning? Verbal reasoning is like you must have a solve those kind of questions like A is having a relation this particular relationship to B and C is having this particular relationship to the A. Now what is the relationship between B and C? So that is kind of a verbal reasoning. Next comes the numerical reasoning or numerical aptitude, that you must have played Sudoku and you must have answered all those questions that this is 9, 9 is equal to 1 or 10 is equal to 2. Now what 11 would be, or 11 will be, what number is going to represent 11. So that kind of a questions they are there into the numerical aptitude. So these different kind of questions or different kind of a test are there which comes into differential aptitude test, which can be used to measure the aptitude of a person into a specific area. So now the next kind of a broad category, that is special aptitude test. So this is again divided into four types. So these tests are related to just the aesthetic and musical sense of an individual. They are also divided into four categories, and in accordance to their name only, they are going to tell us about what kind of aptitude they are going to measure. So first comes the mechanical aptitude test. Mechanical aptitude test is related to mechanical processing only. So how this part we will measure over here that what kind of a mechanical aptitude a person is having, whether they are having any ability or understanding of how the machines work or something like that. So that is into the mechanical aptitude test. Next comes the clerical aptitude test. Into the clerical aptitude, what kind of aptitude they are having related to clerical, like typing or understanding all the clerical work. So that kind of aptitude can be measured through the clerical aptitude test. Next comes the aesthetic aptitude test. Aesthetic aptitude, like how we are observing our environment or how I'm seeing these pictures. So here, some set of pictures would be presented to me, and I have to actually select the best picture according to me, and in accordance to what kind of a picture I'm selecting and how I'm explaining that, my aesthetic aptitude can be measured through this test. Next comes the musical aptitude test. Into the musical aptitude test, obviously the aptitude related to the musical ability is going to be measured. So into the musical ability aptitude test, your composition, understanding of a rhythm, understanding of a tone, understanding of the lyrics, all these things are going to be comprised into a test, and by using this test one can measure the musical aptitude of a person. So this is about the different various kinds of aptitude tests that can be used to measure the aptitude of a person. Now by using all this aptitude, where all these aptitudes can be, if we are getting a result, okay, I may get the result that okay, this person is having a very much high aptitude into the musical field or musical kind of ability, or I may get a result that this person is having a very much good score into the aesthetic aptitude test. Now I may get all these results, but how I'm going to use this result, that comes into the usage of this aptitude test. So how I can use all these results into my daily life or into my classroom. So uses of aptitude test can be run into three broad categories. That is, one is instructional, administrative, and guidance. So how aptitude scores or aptitude test can be used into the instructional medium. Like if I've got an idea, okay, this person is having this much of a aptitude. I know that now this person is having an ability to perform this particular or certain task in a better way. So what I can do, I can provide, or I can actually change my instructions for that particular child or for particular student. And what I can do, that I will get to know, okay, this particular class is having a high musical aptitude score. So what I'll do, I'll try to include all those things into that particular curriculum or into particular that class, into that particular learning, so that they can have a better learning outcome from that particular class or through that lecture. So just like when I know that this person is having this particular kind of a IQ, so I can prepare my lecture in accordance to that only. Same as for the aptitude only, when I'll get to know that this person is having this kind of a aptitude or this particular kind of ability, I can prepare my lectures and I can prepare my class in accordance to that. Next comes the administrative. Now, schools and colleges and various institutions can use aptitude test before enrolling a student. And when they will get to know, okay, this person, whether this person is able to fit into this particular kind of a course or not, if whether they are having this particular kind of ability to score good marks or to have a successful career into this particular kind of a course. So they can conduct this kind of aptitude test before enrolling a person into a particular course. Or what can they do? They can also prepare the curriculum in accordance to that only. So into guidance, now if I know that this person or this child is having a very much of good of a aesthetic aptitude score, so now while providing him a vocational guidance, I can tell that child, or I can guide that child to go with that particular career, because he is going to be very much successful into this career. If I know that this person is having a good mechanical aptitude, so I can guide him to opt for that particular kind of a career. So this way we can use the various aptitude tests and their scores, and can guide the child, or can prepare our lecture, or can prepare our administrative functions, like preparing a test for enrolling into the that particular course, or like preparing the curriculum or syllabus for that particular course. We can use the aptitude test and aptitude scores of the students. So this was all about today's presentation. So today we have covered about the introduction to aptitude, then we have seen the definition of aptitude, where we have learned that aptitude is just like a ability to perform a certain functions better than others. Then we study about the nature of aptitude, that aptitude is just not the ability, but it's not just I'm able to do that person that particular thing, but along with that, what kind of a personality I'm having, or what kind of a personal characteristics I'm having, that is also going to decide my aptitude. Then we study about the aptitude, various aptitude tests, where we have seen the journalized aptitude test and the special aptitude test, and then we have seen how to use this test into our day-to-day life or into a classroom. So I hope that you must have got an idea that what is aptitude and how aptitude and intelligence are different, and what all these various tests are there to measure the aptitude of a person, and by measuring all those aptitude levels, how we can use that particular kind of information into our life. So this was all about today's presentation. I hope you have learned a lot. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day.